very good idea, but it of course also is a time and resource input. So just to shoving this onto the one person who's in charge of everything, of CSR or communication, it depends on what your resources are. But also blogging needs to have a good insight, it needs to be a good blog, it needs to be on a regular basis, not just blog twice a year, that no one's going to look at that, and you have to respond. You have to respond on the comments you get. Because if you blog and then you get comments or someone wants to get in touch with you and no one's responding to it, then this is a dead end. So don't even try. I think that there is a lot of potential for companies to employ social media for recruitment, for example. You could use it for customer service, for research development. There are a lot of issues. Besides all that PR input that this is used for now. I think that the potential of social media is by far not considered yet in the right way. Transparency is perfectly right here in the Web 2.0 communication area. You can have, yes, you can benefit from the large range. You may reach, but the question is, are those your stakeholders you're actually reaching? Because this is not, it's like not we're reaching out in a quantitative way. We want to reach out in a qualitative way. So quantity is actually not the issue if those are not the right people. Does everyone know what a scattergun is? The scattergun approach in communication is a scattergun are guns that you shoot at very tiny animals with, and it's not a bullet, but it's a bullet that spreads into hundreds of little bullets. And what you do is you try to aim at that little animal, and you hope that one of those 100 bullets will have it. But that's a lot of energy wasted to shoot at a very small animal. So the better shot in hunting is you have one shot and you aim at a really big animal. That's much that is much better. So in communication, the scattergun approach means that you just shoot out information, whoever it might hit and whatever those people will do with it. You don't know. You can't control it. So that's not what stakeholder communication is about. That's a lot what communication is about, what PR, but that's actually not what we are about. It may happen, and you will have to deal with it, but be aware of it.
Does this apply that you target a particular thing? So like without a target, whether
but you have to have an objective. Who is it that you want to get in contact with? We don't want to. Communication doesn't want to get in contact. We in CSR we want to get in contact with people because it's all about relationship. There is no trust. There is no credibility without some sort of relationship. And whether it's for the brand or whatever, we want to create a relationship. We don't want to just hit people with whatever we have to tell them. We want them to be involved. Some companies do quite good work with CSR forums and blogs, and they are doing very well in engaging their stakeholders. This Timberland, for example, is doing an external theme blog. They put issues, sustainability issues like in production or the material they use or where they source material from and how they conduct on a theme blog. It's called Earth Keepers, West of Challenge, and they proactively ask for feedback in there. So because someone at Timberland is monitoring the feedback and processing it and responding to it, that is very important. The same thing happens in corporate blogs, when they pick up CSR issues, they have internal discussions with employees, with suppliers, with contractors about sustainability issues. So how can we improve the supply chains? What would you need to being a supplier? Please give us suggestions. How can we address issues that you are facing in your work cooperating with us? So that can be a great tool. But of course it needs attention. Facebook, strategic CSR communication so far is not happening. There are almost no companies at all who use Facebook for CSR content, for many reasons that we have already touched. Facebook friends or Facebook users do post questions or suggestions at companies' Facebook sites, but 89% of those messages don't get an answer. Because actually because no CSR people are related to the Facebook content. This is happening in the PR or communications department. So if any answers come, they can only give the superficial wording for CSR that the company has.